Hey everyone, this video is all about the where to start codes, or also known as event codes. So obviously the first one will be the play button, which everybody should be familiar with. When I press the play button, something happens. Then we have when shake. So this involves a trigger where you shake the iPad and the accelerometer triggers a start. I'll point that out that there are 3 different intensities to how much you need to shake it. Usually the middle one is acceptable. You have to shake it really hard for this one. And this one, it's quite sensitive. Next one is when I tap. So basically when I touch a sprite, and you can select 3 different things here. It's not necessarily the sprite. When I touch the sprite, when I touch the background, and when I touch anything. So be careful what you use here and such. I've learned sometimes when you're doing touch a sprite, if the sprite is quite large, it will, technically the sprite is the square around it that is the furthest perimeter. So when the sprite gets really big, it's kind of hard to touch other things on the screen, so just keep that in mind. Next, when magnet, and I never even used this code, to be honest with you. I don't even know what it does. So maybe we'll play with it. I don't know what happens with the magnet. I think it has to do with proximity to other sprites. When backdrop, so you can trigger other commands when a backdrop switches from one to another. When edge, so when the sprite touches the edge of the screen, something happens. Lots of scenarios where this could be the case, like if you're creating a bouncing thing where it's going to touch the screen on an edge, you might want it to then bounce to another area, so on a random direction or a random speed or something. Or maybe you're like doing a race game and you want it to see who gets the finish line or something like that. So that's when touches the edge. And then over here, it's when it touches another sprite. Okay, so you can select any of the other sprites here when the strawberry touches any of those. Sometimes a little trick for this, if you don't want to use edge, is to create like a line. If you're doing like a race game, like a line, and then make the line the sprite. And when it touches the line, you can do a finish line kind of thing. But those are all of the event codes. Thanks for watching.